Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Waco ISD Stadium for another exciting night of Texas high school football. Tonight, the Waco Lions play host to the West Mesquite Wranglers. I'm Lark Smith, here to bring you the play-by-play story of these two teams who are trying to overcome losing seasons from a year ago. The West Mesquite Wranglers will be playing their 400th varsity game tonight since the school opened in 1982. Over that time, just 4 games over 500 with 200 wins, 196 losses, and 3 ties. Last year they went 2-8 under head coach Jeff Neal. And in their history, they've made 12 appearances in the playoffs, winning 5 district championships and no state championships. The Waco Lions, as you see them come onto the field, this is game number 390 for the Lions since consolidation back in 1986. The Lions have fared quite better in their record over that time period. 233 wins, 154 losses, and 2 ties. They've been to the playoffs 25 times with 11 district championships, but no state championships for the Lions. There you see the new head coach for the West Mesquite Wranglers, Frank Sandoval. He came from Mahia, where he coached for 3 years. Went 15-18 with the Black Cats, 7-4 last year, made a couple of playoff runs and finished second in the district twice. This is his first foray in the Metroplex as the head coach of the West Mesquite Wranglers, taking over for Jeff Neal. Waco Lions, meanwhile, under the direction of third-year head coach Kwame Cavill. He went 1-9 in his first 2 seasons for 2-18, so over those first 2 years. He's just the 4th coach for the Lions since consolidation, following Johnny Tusa, Danny Ramsey, and Marty Herbst. The Waco Lions, thanks to the UIL realignment, are playing in District 7 5A Division I this year. After their 2-8 record a year ago, after their 1-9 record here, they're in district. Let me get this straight now. The Waco Lions playing in District 11 6A. They have been moved up due to the realignment into 6A. They only have, though, 58 more students in their enrollment than their opponents tonight, West Mesquite, that is in 5A Division I, playing in District 7. You see that the colors are being presented at midfield. That means it's just about time for our national anthem. So let's join our stadium announcer, George Snookhouse.
National anthem. At this time, we will have the playing of the national anthem by the Waco High School Band. We'd ask that you remain standing as the processional of colors make their way off the field.
Mentioned that the Waco Lions are in District 11 6A with the smallest enrollment in that district of 2,223. And that UIL realignment did them no favors, placing them in that District 11. with 3 teams that are ranked in the top 20 by Texas football to start the year. That's Duncanville at number 2, DeSoto at number 12, and Cedar Hill at number 16. Also in the district with the Lions for the next 2 seasons are Lake Ridge, Mansfield, Waxahachie, and Midway. Not a whole lot better, though, for the Wranglers in District 7 5A Division 1, as they are in with 2 highly ranked teams in Longview and Highland Park at 3 and 4. They're also in a district with John Tyler, McKinney North, Sherman, and Wiley East. You see the captains meeting at midfield for the ceremonial coin flip. That is Lenny Madrano, a senior for the Wranglers, and the starting quarterback and senior captain Nate Reyna for the Waco Lions. Our officiating crew tonight is from the Waco chapter. Tom Downey is our referee. Ernie Alvarez, the umpire. John Waxman, the head linesman. The former Richfield Ram, Weedy Harris, the line judge. And the back judge is Justin Goolsby. Larry Weeks, the supervisor, here to watch the umpires and grade them. So the Wranglers won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. Waco Lions want the ball, and they're going to go from left to right on your screen on a absolutely wonderful night for football weather-wise. 79 degrees at game time under a clear sky with a light east-southeast breeze at 6 miles per hour. A relative humidity of 63%, expecting an overnight low of 63. Should be a very nice weekend in Central Texas before a little cool front comes in and takes us down into the 50s by Monday morning. But finally, we are going to get the football season underway for the Waco Lions here in 2020. Having to miss spring practice due to COVID-19 restrictions and having to delay the start of their season for the same reason. Getting set to kick the ball off for the Wranglers is number 25, Austin Stout. The Lions not expecting a deep kick. They do have Jalen Laster back at about the 15-yard line. Joining him back there is Zalion Walker. They're mostly looking for a pop-up pooch-type kick. That's exactly what they get, and a fair catch is going to be made at the 31-yard line on the far side by Jeremiah Bennett. So Waco High gets the ball first, and you're going to see a very wide open offense if the scrimmage they had with University last week is any indication. Kwame Cavill is using mostly a 5 wide receiver set, but he also says it is very much predicated on what the defense is giving him. His quarterback, as I mentioned, is Nate Reyna. The center is Trent Freeman. The guards are Octavian Sims and Julian Watkins. The tackles, Juan Rivera and Chase Stamper. Handoff in the backfield. Lots of running room for Jalen Lester, starting at one of the running back spots. Ball is fumbled ahead. Looks like Raymond O'Neal gets onto it for the Lions. Here you see a big hit there, and O'Neal right on top for the ball. But Lester gets out to the 37-yard line for a 5-yard pickup. Second down and 5. Fake the handoff, throwing the flat to O'Neal. O'Neal gets a block on the edge from Xavier Williams and forced out of bounds at about the 49-yard line. And the first down of the game for Waco High. See O'Neal getting the ball over toward the bench. That's a 12-yard pickup on the first down. Now joining in the backfield is Omarion DeLeo as the running back. Reyna will hand off to DeLeo. He's got a nice hole and makes a good cut back up the middle. Strips through a couple of blockers or tacklers and gets it out to the 40-yard line for an 11-yard pickup for DeLeo. Second first down. As they have gotten all the way down to the West Mesquite 40. Again, this started at the 32-yard line, a very sharp opening drive here for Waco High. 3 wide outs to the far side. Martinez, the lone receiver at the bottom of your screen. Again, they throw it in the flat to O'Neal. O'Neal with some good speed down the sideline, gets it inside the 30, down inside the 25, and they'll mark him out at the 21. Pickup of 19 on that pass play, and the 3rd first down in the series. Moreno on the mark, 2 for 2 so far with passes of 12 and 19 yards. And off to DeLeo, big hole, nice cutback block up the middle of the field, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown from 21 yards out. Sophomore Omarion DeLeo has the first touchdown of the season for the Waco Lions on that fine run and some great blocking up front by that offensive line. On to try the point after for the Lions is number 79, Abraham Lara, out of the hold of Nate Reyna. Deep snapper is Aiden Garcia. Everything looks good, and it is no good. Missed it off to the left. So 10:42 left to go in the first quarter, and Waco High draws first blood on the 21-yard touchdown run.
12 men on the defense. Penalties half the distance, redo the try.
It's like we get to retry the extra point as they had too many men on the field, according to our referee, Tom Downey. West Mesquite over on the sideline discussing what went wrong there and why they had one too many players out there. Lyra will get another opportunity. That snap is way too high. Lyra will chase it down and just fall on it, and that's a good idea because if the Wranglers pick it up and go the other way, they can get 2 points out of it. So it remains 6-0 Waco High, thanks to this 21-yard touchdown gallop by the sophomore, Omarion DeLeo. Took just 1 minute and 18 seconds to go the 68 yards in 5 plays. And only one of those plays was under double figures. A 5-yard run, an 11-yard run, a 21-yard run, and then 2 passes of 12 and 19 yards. So an outstanding first series of downs for the Waco High offense. Let's see if their defense can match that intensity. Once again, it'll be Abraham Lara to do the kicking. And Wranglers not looking for a deep kick, not sending anybody very deep. Back to receive the kick, number 6, Bryson Walker. He's on the far side. On the near side is Flavion Walker, but it's taken by one of the up men. I believe that was Ashton Wilson who took in the kick. It'll be at the 32, 1st and 10, which is the exact spot in their end of the field that Waco High started their drive. I'm sorry, make that the 27. They're going to have a little bit further to go. They're 73 yards away. Quarterback is Jay Cipriano, number 8. And quickly, DeMarcus Carprew is into the backfield to drop the running back. Watch how quickly Carprew gets through. Wow. Not much running room there for Bryson Walker. A loss back to the 23-yard line. A loss of 4. 2nd and 14. Looking to pass on the throwback. It is complete in the flat to T.J. Turner, but Turner is dropped when he gets to the 25-yard line. Waco High's Cameron Hancher is there from his linebacker spot. A gain of 3 on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 11 from the 26. Waco defense matching that intensity of the offense here on their first series on the field. Now we have whistles.
False
and
start.
A procedure penalty against
Offense,
West Mesquite.
Number 54. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
Makes it back to the 21. Makes it a more difficult 3rd and 16. Cipriano has his running back to his right side this time. Low snap, he picks it up in time, throws deep, and overthrows his intended target, but a flag's going to be thrown, and a couple officials saw the same thing I did. It's going to be defensive holding on the part of Waco High, and that'll give a new series of downs to the Wranglers, I believe. Both the back judge Justin Gouldsby and the line judge Weedy Harris saw that one. I think most of the rest of the folks in the stands saw it as well. It looked like the quarterback was beat to make sure he didn't give up a touchdown. He reached out, held on to it. I think maybe the difference will be whether they're calling interference. No, they're saying that it's.
We have 2 fouls on the play.
Okay.
We have offside on the defense. We have defensive holding. The offside has been declined. The holding has been accepted. 10 yards from the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
Okay, so they pick up the 1st down on the penalty as Tom Downey explains it to us. And we'll move it out to the 31-yard line. And we'll give the Wranglers new life. Cipriano gets the snap, looking to pass across the middle and throws deep, and it's just a little too tall for Javian Jackson to pull down. Waco defense back there on top of the play, though. Darian Nichols back defending. Also getting back from his linebacker spot is Cameron Ansher. 2nd and 10 at the 31. Cipriano keeps it this time. Up the middle he goes. He gets through one would-be tackler and is able to make it up to the 38-yard line. Before he's finally stopped there by Waco High's Jalen Rhines. Pick up a 7. He's up a 3rd down and 3. Two wides to the right, one to the left. Cipriano looking to the sideline for a change of play. Got 6 seconds left on the play clock. Gets the snap back in time, though. Hands it off to Walker. Walker sidesteps the first would-be tackler, but he's not going to get away from another. There is a fumble, and Waco High's on top of it. Coming up with the football for Waco High is Jamez Thompson. Waco High able to cause and pick up the fumble and turn the ball over on the turnover with 8:10 to go. I believe that was Zalion Walker with the strip. And Thompson with the recovery. 8:10 to go first quarter. Waco High has the ball again at the 45-yard line. And the Wranglers into the field. Here comes DeLeo again, looking to get around the corner, unable to do so, and he's pounded a couple of times. They're going to give him progress up to the 45, so it's no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. That's the first time that the Wrangler defense has been able to stuff the Lion offense in 6 plays. O'Neal and Martinez, the wide receivers, to the near side. O'Neal went in motion, but faked the handoff to him, a throw deep, and it's way too long for Martinez. Reyna wound up with that one, but just overthrew his target. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. Nice spiral, just about 3 yards in front of Martinez. So the Lions facing their first 3rd down situation of the night. Offensive coordinator Robert Glenn signaling in the plays. Fake the handoff to DeLeo. Once again, throwing to the near sideline. This time he has Martinez on the run, and Martinez is going to take it in for the 6. 45-yard pass from Reyna to Martinez. Has the Lions on top 12-0 with the extra point to come. Well, that was picture perfect on the money pass there. Let's see if the Lions go for 2, and it appears they will. Apparently the extra point team that went out on the field, but now they have the offense out there to be sure they have the right personnel. They give West Mesquite a chance to make the proper adjustments as well, but the play clock is down to 4. And Waco's going to call a timeout. A little too many personnel shifts there, as the
timeout.
Players were expecting
Waco.
to
First
kick
charge
the point.
out of the half.
Coaching staff wanting to go for 2 and trying to get players on and off the field. So Waco uses its first timeout of the night. They're up 12-0 with 7:19 to go in the first quarter. Another efficient drive for Waco High as they go the 45 yards in 3 plays. Used just 51 seconds of the first quarter clock. Of course, they got it all on that 45-yard 3rd down pass to Martinez. Now they're ready for the 2-point conversion. In the backfield with Reyna is Jalen Lester. A throw, though, in the corner is going to be incomplete, but a flag going to be thrown, and they tried to get it to Martinez. I believe we're going to get an interference call against the Wranglers. See Tom Downey discussing the call.
Pass interference. Defense. Penalties half the distance. Redo the try.
So they got to try again. Joseph Guerrero checks in as one of the receivers here. Got Martinez at the bottom of the screen. Redmond O'Neal's in the backfield this time with Laster. They hand it off to O'Neal. O'Neal looking for a cutback. He won't get in. Wranglers able to sniff that one out fairly quickly as the tackle was made by Diego Nino. So 7:19 left to go first quarter. Waco High out front by a score 12-0 as they've scored on their first 2 possessions of the game. They have run 8 plays and rolled up 113 yards and 2 scores. There you see where the 2-point conversion kind of went awry. But a really good start for the Waco High offense. Defense as well, as they were able to cause the turnover and recover it at the opponent's 45-yard line. They allowed Mesquite a first down, but that was only because of a defensive holding penalty on a 3rd down and 16 pass play. Now Abraham Lara will tee up the football at the North 40. Once again, Marion Walker is back deep on the near side for the Wranglers. Ashton Wilson on the far side. Once again, pop-up kick. It's going to be fumbled. A scramble for the football between the 30 and the 35. Waco High seems to believe they have it. We'll have to wait until they unscramble the pile. The officials looking in, and it is Waco High with the football. At the bottom of the pile is Cameron Ansher with the football. Waco High kind of look like feeding piranha right now offensively as they come up with another turnover. And they have it in deep in enemy territory at the 32-yard line. Reyna will have Laster in the backfield with him. 3 receivers to the near side, a tight end to the left. That's the way they will run with the football, and Laster will get about 4 yards out of it, down to the 28-yard line. Second down and 6. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Everybody moved except the center. That penalty is going to be on
offense.
Trent Freeman for
5
not
yard
necessarily
penalty.
getting the snap count correct. So everybody else was going. Trent Freeman is working in the place of Joseph Curley tonight as the center. Curley unable to play tonight. So the procedure penalty moves it back 5 yards. Brings up a 2nd and 11 at the 33. O'Neal goes in motion, takes the handoff from Reyna, trying to turn the corner. Not going to be able to do it as Devin Duncan gets there to haul him down quickly. See O'Neal trying to get around Duncan, but just the stutter step didn't work. They will lose back to the 36-yard line. That's a loss of 3. Brings up a 3rd and 14 at the 36. Those 3 receivers now spread out to the near side. O'Neal, the one closest to the tackle on this side. Fake the handoff. Reyna looking to throw. Throws in the flat. It's complete to O'Neal in the open field. O'Neal has some running room down the sideline. Finally pushed out of bounds around the 15 and has the first down. Say went out at the 17-yard line. Pickup of 19 on the play. That's what they try to do, is get the ball to O'Neal in space if they can. He is one of their playmakers. Handoff goes to Laster. Tried to cut it inside, nothing there. A little stutter step gets him inside the 15 and down to the 14-yard line for a pickup of 3. This will be the 5th play of the drive, which again started for the 2nd time for Waco High in West Mesquite's end of the field. Clock rolling. It's about to reach the 5-minute mark here in the first half with first quarter, with Waco High on top 12-0. Again, the pass in the flat, this time to Martinez. He is spilled once he gets near the 10-yard line and will be marked down at the 9 for a gain of 5. That'll bring up a 3rd and 2. Mesquite trying to stop this high-powered offense of Kwame Cavale's. Handoff goes to DeLeo inside. DeLeo with a spin move will take it down to the 2 where it'll be 1st and goal. You see the whirling dervish DeLeo after the 7-yard pickup. Lions are on the doorstep. And timeout called by West Mesquite as Coach Sandoval all the way down to the corner of the end zone to call that timeout. Apparently he didn't see things going his way defensively. So each team has used a timeout here in the first quarter. Waco High on top 12-0 with 4:10 left to go in this first quarter. And they have already caused 2 turnovers defensively and look like they're about to score on all 3 of their possessions here in the first quarter. So a very good start to the 2020 campaign for the Waco Lions. From last year's team, the Lions are returning 11 lettermen. They lost 21 from a year ago, but 5 of those lettermen return on the offensive side of the ball and 7 on the defensive side, so they've got some experience from a year ago. Meanwhile, for West Mesquite, they returned 17 lettermen, losing 23 from last year, and have 4 offensive starters back and 8 starters back on the defensive side of the ball. 1st and goal from the 2. Martinez will set up on the left side with the other 2 wideouts. Lester, the running back, in the backfield. Snap, dribbles back, but the handoff is to Laster, and Laster's into the end zone for the touchdown. 3 possessions and 3 scores now for the Waco Lions. As you see, Jalen Laster, the senior running back, banging it into the end zone from 2 yards away. Lions up 18-0 now. They'll just go for the extra point as Abraham Lara on the field, looking to put it through the uprights out of the hold of Reyna. And the kick is good. So with 4 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in the first quarter, our new score is Waco High 19 and West Mesquite nothing. Seven plays, 32 yards, 3 minutes and 13 seconds on that scoring drive for the Lions. Right now, it's been pretty much a near perfect first quarter for Waco High. Vera makes his approach, pops it up once again to the near side. Fair catch called for and made by Jesus Nino at the 25. That's where the Wranglers would have gotten the ball if he kicked it out of the end zone. West Mesquite, their offense with the football for just the second time, is Last time they had a chance to get their hands on it, they fumbled the ensuing kickoff after the Lions' second touchdown. They managed one first down, and that was on a holding penalty on a 3rd and 16 pass that the receiver got behind the defense, and the defense committed the holding penalty to stop the touchdown. Cipriano fakes the handoff, gives it to Walker in the backfield, and Walker is able to go forward up to the 30, like that 28-yard line is where they mark him down. Just to pick up a 3 yards on the play. Second down and 7. Wide receiver to the near side is Eric Tennyson. Got 2 receivers to the far side. A little bit of different look here with the extra running back in the backfield. And apparently we see movement on the offensive line. That false start will move it back.
Offense, number 79, 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
Antonio Navarro caught moving on the offensive line. He's now 2nd and 12 at the 23. Bryson Walker only able to get it up to the 25-yard line on that handoff. Back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and 10. Waco defense doing a heck of a job. That defensive front is DeMontavian Carpew, number 73. Jamarian Johnson, number 44. 90 is Jamarcus Carpew, and 8 is Ivan Chappelle. Passing down. Cipriano looking to his right, throws in the flat. It is complete, and the first down is made on the pass to T.J. Turner.
In on defense, number 15, Walker for the Lions. It is a first down for the Lions.
All the way out to the 37-yard line. Pickup of 12 on the play. Leon Walker on the stop for the Lions on that pass. Hand off to Walker, coming to the right. Picks up a bit of an influence block inside the 40 and run out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Pick up a 9 yards on the play for Walker. Wrestled out of bounds there on the Waco sideline. Pick up a 2nd down and 1. Walker again with the football. Just dives ahead up near midfield. Finally brought down there by Cedarian Nichols. And Walker is coming up hurt. Does pick up the first down. Say it's at the 49-yard line. It's 1st and 10, but we're going to have a timeout as the training crew of Ken Buck and Christy Jorgensen for West Mesquite come out and take a look at Bryson Walker. He's just a sophomore, so his future is bright with the Wranglers. Again, the Lions have been very successful in this first quarter. There's 2:04 left in the period. They took the opening kickoff and drove 68 yards in 5 plays to score on a 21-yard run by DeLeo. Then after the defense recovered a fumble, they only took 3 plays to go 45 yards on a 45-yard pass to Martinez. Then after recovering the fumbled kickoff, the Lions went 32 yards in 7 plays and scored on a 2-yard blast by Laster, and up 19-0. The new running back in the game is Roderick Malcolm, a junior, number 24. First and 10 for the Wranglers. Can't make up their mind which side they want that man on. Now they hand it off and quickly in to bring him down for the Lions. Number 73, Demontravian Carprew. Look at him get there and he just mowed over the man in front of him for a 4-yard loss for Malcolm. 2nd and 14 at the 45. Right side of the defensive front for the Lions, taken care of by the Carprew brothers. Once again, they break through, and actually it's first on arrival at the quarterback is Vashon Hall coming from his cornerback spot on the blitz. Everybody else was taken care of, and he pretty much came free. Was able to sack the quarterback for a loss back to the 37. It's an 8-yard loss. Brings up a 3rd down and 22. Probably the last play of this first quarter, as we have 25 seconds left on the game clock. Malcolm goes to the left side of his quarterback, Cipriano. Now goes in motion, a pass out in the flat that is complete to Cornelius Piper. Piper gets it up to the 43-yard line. That's a gain of only 6 on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and 16. We're going to see the first punt of the night by the Wranglers, but it's going to come as the first play of our second quarter. After our first 12 minutes, our score is Waco High 19 and West Mesquite nothing. Now let's join our stadium announcer, George Snookhouse. Apologies, I thought we had a presentation here between quarters, but that's not going to occur. A nice first quarter for the Waco Lions. They have scored every time their offense has had the ball, and their defense has caused 1 fumble, and the special teams have recovered another fumble. Give the Lions a 19-0 lead in the first 12 minutes. So the Lions off to a good start here in 2020. Back to do the punting for the Wranglers is Jacarvin Howard. Check that. That's 25 Austin Stout back to do the kicking. Waco High just going to get away from it as it goes out of bounds on the far side. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 26-yard line in Waco's end of the field. Longest possession of the night for West Mesquite at 4 minutes and 13 seconds. Waco High once again has the football on the offensive side, 74 yards away from pay dirt. Nate Reyna, the quarterback, has Laster in the backfield with him. He'll hand it off to Laster. Laster sidesteps a couple of tacklers and then takes on a couple to bull his way ahead to the 28-yard line for a tough 2-yard pickup. Jalen Laster, a senior, remains in at the running back spot. 3 receivers to the near side. Fake the handoff. Reyna trying to load up and throw to his right, but he is decked as he Did not see Jose Torres coming toward him. And Torres is going to take him down right there. First sack of the night for the Wrangler defense. Takes the ball back to the 24-yard line, a loss of 4 on the play. Brings up a 3rd down and 12 at the Waco 24. Play clock is at 8. Arena sends a man in motion. Handoff goes to Laster around the right side. Tries to stiff arm a would-be tackler, but a nice job by that defender, Isaac Sandoval, to bring him down. And the Waco Lions are going to be forced to punt for the first time in the game. Laster got it out to the 27. It'll be 4th and 9 after that 3-yard pickup by Laster. First 3 and out of the night for Waco High. Abraham Lira to do the punting. Good snap. Gets away a wobbler over toward the far sideline. It'll take a Waco roll inside the 40 down to about the 35-yard line. No return. That's kind of what the coaching staff likes to see. Something that's not returnable. 9:42 left to go in the first half with Waco on top 19-0. West Mesquite will have the ball at their own 35-yard line. Lions held onto the ball for 2 minutes and 11 seconds on that 4 and out, or 3 and out. New running back in the backfield with the ball is De'Arian Mitchell. Mitchell, a junior, able to get good yardage out to about the 42. First time we've seen him. Again, Bryson Walker, the starter, left the game with an injured leg, and now we have another Wrangler on the turf, and that is Cornelius Piper, one of the wideouts. This is some brand new turf.
Personal foul, face mask on the offense, number 7. The penalty is 15 yards from the dead ball spot, but it remains first down.
Well, that's salt in the wound. Not only do you get injured on the play, but you get called for a face mask penalty. He just got rolled up from his backside there. So that will negate the gain by Mitchell. Bring up a 1st and long for the Wranglers after this stoppage for the injured player Piper, who's back up on his feet and walking on his own, and that's always a good sign to see. There you see Kwame Cavill walking the sidelines, talking to his coaching staff. 3rd-year head coach for the Waco Lions, trying to get this program turned back to its winning ways. Ball's going to be moved back to the 27-yard line of West Mesquite. That would have been a pickup of 7 yards on the play. The 15-yard penalty moves it back to the 27. Brings up 1st and 17. Cipriano gone the distance at the quarterback so far. Hands it off to Mitchell. Mitchell around the left side. Not a whole lot of running room. Maybe the 28, but that's it. He's up 2nd down and 16. From the 28. Boys on the right side of the defensive front for Waco High. Cipriano looking to pass with the pump fake down the near sideline and hits his target on a nice diving catch by Javion Jackson. Look at this nice Diving try by Jackson. Holds on to the football as he hits the turf. It comes down at the Waco 40. They are in Waco territory, I believe, for the first time tonight. That 32-yard pass play. Cipriano again looking to pass, going long, a double team this time, and unable to split the double team. Running stride for stride with Jackson this time is Jalen Rhines. Pass is pretty much on the money, but Rhines is there along with Cedarian Nichols on the double team to make sure that that doesn't happen. Basically the same play on the left side as we just saw on the right side. Second down and 10 at the Waco 40. 7:50, time stopped here in the second quarter with Waco on top 19-0. And off in the backfield, getting away from one would-be tackler is Mitchell. He's able to maybe get it back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Momentum stopped in the backfield by Waco Lions. Brings up a third down and 10. Waco defense has done its job. Caused a fumble on the very first possession for the Wranglers. They allowed a couple of first downs in their second possession before causing a punt. Now the Wranglers have gotten it into Waco territory but face a 3rd and 10. With the low snap, Cipriano's able to pick it up. Now we'll run with it and will be brought down at the 36-yard line. Nice closing speed by Waco High's Cameron Answer there to stop Cipriano, trying to get the first down. They'll mark it at the 35 for a 5-yard pickup, but it's 4th and 5. Now let's see what Coach Sandoval wishes to do here. Down 19 with 6:40 and counting. He's going to call it. Well, Waco High is going to call the timeout here. I'm not sure if Kwame Cavill and company were thinking that maybe they would punt the football and had the return team out there. Saw that they were lining up to go for it on 4th and 5. Good shot of Kwame Cavill there talking to our linesman, Weedy Harris. Weedy was a pretty good ball player in his own right back at Ridgefield High School. Part of Danny Palmer's squad back in those days. Remember him playing a little defense, but also a little bit of wide receiver. So here we go, 4th and 5 from the Waco 35. Wranglers needing a first down, trying to maybe get Waco to jump offside, and indeed they do. They're going to go for the home run down the sideline, but it's not going to happen as it's out of bounds. But the penalty for offside is going to give them the first down most likely. That's exactly what they were looking for in the long count.
Offside, defense. It'll be 5 yards and a first down.
Downey tells us to move the chains. Second first down in this drive that started at the West Mesquite 35. Reyna calmly from the pocket throws in the flat. Has it complete once again to Jackson. Jackson run out of bounds at the 21-yard line after pickup of 9. Second down and 1. This will be the 8th play of the drive for West Mesquite. Trailing 19-0. Handoff goes to Mitchell, but he's quickly grabbed by a couple of members of that defensive front for Waco High. There you see the Montravian Carprew grabbing a hold of him. And Once again, we have a Wrangler down on the turf. And I believe it's the running back, Mitchell. They may run out of running backs before the night's out. They've already sent Bryson Walker to the sideline, the sophomore who started at the running back spot. Mitchell has been down a couple of times now. Training crew out to get a look at him. Again, that's Ken Buck and Christy Jorgensen taking care of the athletes for West Mesquite. All 19 points of this game came in the first quarter, all scored by Waco High on a 21-yard TD run by Omarion DeLeo, a 45-yard pass from Nate Reyna to Braylon Martinez, and then a 2-yard TD plunge by Jalen Laster. Only one out of the 3 times did the Lions convert the point after attempt. Looks like they're finally going to get Mitchell up on his feet. Yeah, it's somewhat of a warm night, though. Really a nice night for football. It was a 79-degree game time temperature. Sometimes still this early in the season, muscle cramps can be a problem. As Coach Henry would say, not drinking enough pickle juice. Mitchell's going to have to come out of the game for at least a play. He appears to be walking pretty much on his own power, but the training crew going to give him an assist to the sideline.
Very serious one. Look here, please.
They're going to go to a 2-back formation now for the Wranglers. TJ Turner in the backfield now, along with Jay Cipriano. It looks like Bryson Walker has returned to the game. He is indeed. Bryson Walker, the number 6 with the orange shoes, back in the game. Looking to pass across the middle, and it's complete on a great catch at the 10-yard line. Well, that's always tough to come across the middle, but an outstanding job by Javion Jackson to hold on to that football. Cedarian Nichols right there to try to separate him, but unable to do so. All marked at the 10. 11-yard pickup and a first down. And it's 1st and goal. Again, pass across the middle. This time it's behind Jackson. Matter of fact, it's pretty much right at Cameron Ancher, who was doing what he could to make sure that Jackson couldn't get to the football. So 2nd and goal. First real scoring threat of the night for the West Mesquite Wranglers. 5:44 left to go. Second quarter, they trail 19-0. Out of the 2-back set, they hand it off to Walker coming to the near side, but he's bottled up. Getting there quickly to bring him down is Tyron Minute. Minute coming up from his linebacker spot. Good job of cutting him off by Jamez Thompson, the cornerback first. It's a loss back to the 14-yard line, minus 4 yards on the play for Bryson Walker. Brings up a 3rd and goal. Defense trying to force a field goal attempt here. Looking to his left, throwing the flat, it's incomplete. I think he was looking for his receiver, Eric Tennyson, to run an out pattern, but he did a button hook basically. And that miscommunication is going to bring up a 4th and goal at the Waco 14. So we'll get a field goal try by Austin Stout, number 25, out of the hold of Jesus Nino. The deep snapper is Jose Torres. It'll be a 31-yard attempt. Ball is up, and it is long enough and good. Just did get over the crossbar. 4 minutes, 53 seconds left first half, and our new score is Waco High 19 and West Mesquite 3. Nice drive put together by West Mesquite there. Took them 4 minutes and 53 seconds to go 61 yards in 12 plays, and it ends in the 31-yard field goal by Austin Stout. So the Lions have a little under 5 minutes to try to catch one more score before halftime. Do send a couple of receivers deep in Jalen Laster and Zaleon Walker. Expecting the possibility of Austin Stout to kick this one deep. Going to go to the far side and picked up at the goal line. Bit of a mistake there possibly on the part of Zaleon Walker. But he had to probably make that decision because the ball checked up at the goal line. He took it inside the goal line and probably could have stayed there, I believe, and it would have come out to the 25. But at any rate, brings possibly the worst field position of the night for Waco High so far, as they're going to start at their own 6-yard line. Nate Rayner, the quarterback, has both running backs in the backfield with him this time. He's joined by Lester and DeLeo. And a whistle at the snap.
Delay a game.
Delay a game.
Offense.
Well, that'll be half the goal,
Still
half the
first
distance.
down.
So it goes back to the 3. It'll be first and 13. A little too long to get the offense on the field. Nice cutback by Laster there to get it out to the 10-yard line. Seven-yard pickup, cuts into that 13 yards pretty quick. Brings up a second down and 6. Offensive line doing an outstanding job up front, led by the center, Trent Freeman. Rayner looking to pass. Throws deep to the near side, just a little bit out of the reach of Raymond O'Neal, and O'Neal would have scored if he could have got to it as his defender fell down. There you see the pass from Rayner, just a little too long. O'Neal trying to make the diving grab. 3rd and 6 from the 10. Stops the clock with 4:11 left to go. Octavian Sims, Julian Watkins, Juan Rivera, and Chase Stamper on that offensive line, along with the center Freeman. DeLeo, a little trouble on the handoff, but able to bounce it outside, trying to turn the corner. Now a flag is thrown. He'll be thrown out of bounds at the 11, and now we got a second yellow hanky on the field. So we'll see if there's two different flags or two officials saw the same thing. See DeLeo trying to bounce it outside. Don't see anything in there that the referee might have seen, but Tom Downey threw his flag, and I believe our back judge also threw his flag. So Justin Gouldsby is talking it over with Tom Downey as to what they're going to do. There you see Coach Sandoval right there being advised as to what's going on. Again, first year for Frank Sandoval at West Mesquite High School after a 3-year stint at nearby Mexia. Had a couple of trips to the playoffs while at Mexia. Here's Tom Downey to tell us what's up.
We have a block in the back on the offense. That penalty's declined. It'll be 4th down.
Well, that's all we had was just the block in the back, and it's a declined penalty, so that'll bring a fourth down. He only got to the 11-yard line, so 1 yard for DeLeo. It's 4th and 5, deep in their own territory. You got to believe that Kwame Cavill's not that much of a riverboat gambler. He will be punting. Now the thing here is a good punt snap. And they get it on the money. Lara gets it off under a bit of a rush. A fair catch made at the 45-yard line by the Wranglers' Cornelius Piper. Again, a punt that's not returned. So 3:30 left to go. First half. West Mesquite with the ball in Waco territory at the 45-yard line, trailing 19-3. Trying to make it a little bit more respectable at intermission. Down 16. Again, the Lions scored the first 3 times they got the football on offense. And we're given pretty good field position thanks to a fumble recovery and a recovery of a fumble on a kickoff. Handoff to Bryson Walker. Walker with a nice spin move, breaks it outside, gets a block on the edge, has the first down, and then the run out of bounds. Mark him at the 31-yard line and pick up 14 on the play for Bryson Walker. As we saw in the game earlier, left due to an injury, but basically pressed back into service when Mitchell got hurt. First down. Again, Bryson Walker with the football. Bangs his way up to near the 22-yard line. Just going straight up the gut there. Pickup of 9. 2nd and 1. This is where Frank Sandoval will try to go for the end zone. Look for number 11, Javion Jackson. He's in the slot on the near side. Fakes the handoff though, and Cipriano will keep and just get back to the line of scrimmage. Third and 1 from the 22. Still the possibility of going for the touchdown here. Now the down marker across the way says it's 2nd down, and I have
after the play.
Here's the reason.
Personal foul on the offense, number 7. Penalty will be 15 yards from the dead ball spot.
That's one of those penalties that just drives coaches crazy, and that's right there. You saw in the corner of your screen the reason for that penalty. So bring up a 3rd and 16 because it was a post-play foul, a dead ball foul. So the 15-yard personal foul penalty marches it all the way back to the 37-yard line. In Waco territory.
It'll be 3rd down.
It is 3rd and 16. Cipriano looking to his left, throws, and it's complete for the first down and a little bit more. A nice grab on the run there by T.J. Turner. Here you see it's a little bit low, but Turner able to come up with it. Making the tackle for the Lions is Jalen Rhines. But they get it all the way down to the 15-yard line and pick up the first down. That's a 22-yard pickup on that pass. .229 to go in the second quarter. Trying to cut into a 19-3 deficit. The Wranglers hand it off to the running back, Roderick Malcolm. Maybe the second series of downs we've seen Malcolm into the game. He pretty much moves it from one side of the 15 to the other. We'll give him a yard. Call it second down and 9 at the 14. Looking to pass toward the corner of the end zone, and it is caught, complete for the touchdown. A very nice grab there made by Devin Duncan. That pass is right on the money to Duncan, and Duncan just does a great job of holding on to the football as he goes to the ground for the 14-yard touchdown strike. For the first time in 2020, the West Mesquite Wranglers into the end zone. They'll go out of the swinging gate on the point after attempt. It looks like they will attempt 4-2. Fake the handoff. Cipriano tries to go straight ahead, but he won't get anywhere. Good heads-up job there by Waco High's Ivan Chappelle to stop the point after attempt. So 1 minute and 50 seconds left to go first half. We have a new score of Waco High 19 and West Mesquite 9. Well-engineered drive by the Wranglers there. 45 yards and 6 plays. Just took 1 minute and 40 seconds to get their first touchdown of the night. Waco High just has 110 seconds to try to do something positive before halftime. Once again, we'll see if the Wranglers attempt to kick it deep. Austin Stout was able to get it over the head of the return man last time and tried to come out of the end zone with it. Backed Waco High up to the 6, and that kind of set up the Wranglers for their touchdown after the 3 downs and punt by Waco High. Jalen Rhines will take it in at the 5-yard line, fumble it, pick it up at the 6. Now straight up the middle of the field he goes, and he's tripped up when he gets up to the 24-yard line. There you see him able to pick it up. Had the center return on. A nice ankle tackle there by the Wranglers. Let's see what Kwame Cavill has up his sleeve here with 1 minute 44 to go. Puts Jalen Laster in the backfield with his quarterback, Nate Reyna. 2 receivers to each side. O'Neal and Williams on the near side. He hands it off to Laster, and Laster only gets a yard up to the 25-yard line before he is sandwiched between Ja'Cory Rogers and Jose Torres.
Second charge timeout of the half.
Waco High takes their second timeout, trying to preserve some clock with 1 minute 39 to go. Remind you to stick around at halftime for the performance of the Waco High School band. The West Mesquite band did not make the trip, but we will see the Waco High band tonight. I'm sure they will have some other activities during halftime to keep us entertained until the second half begins. Lions face a 2nd down and 9 from the 25. 99 seconds left to play first half. Ahead by 10 at 19-9. DeLeo has joined the backfield and faked the handoff. Reyna with the keeper, and he'll slide down at the 29. I believe that's the first carry for Reyna tonight.
Timeout, Mesquite. Their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Now Mesquite calls their last timeout. They think they're going to get the football back. Frank Sandoval, first-year head coach, there with his offensive coordinator, Jim Wallard, and his defensive coordinator, Dustin Maddox, trying to figure out the last 93 seconds of this first half. They need to get the stop of Waco High here and then see if they can't get on the scoreboard one more time. After Waco High raced out to a 19-0 lead. They scored the first 19. West Mesquite has scored the next 9. So 3rd and 5 for the Lions. Leo, the running back. Reyna rolls, stops, gets out from under the rush, now dives down at the 25-yard line. Apparently his throwing the flat was not open. So that's what he was looking to do. You see he was looking to throw in the flat, but he had a big number 90 in his face there. That was Trey Mitchell that blocked down the passing lane. So Reyna forced to eat the football and lose back 3 yards to the 26-yard line, where it's going to be 4th and 8 in a punting situation for Lyra. Waiting back at his own 40-yard line is Cornelius Piper. Waco High is going to have to call its last timeout. It doesn't have enough personnel on the field.
Their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
That's one of those things that will upset Kwame Cavill a bit when he can't get the right personnel on the field for a special teams play. Again, the Waco High band will be here at halftime to entertain. We have every expectation the Waco High will have a lead at the half, up by 10 with just 47 seconds left to go in the period. Waco High's touchdowns coming on a 21-yard touchdown run by DeLeo, 45-yard pass from Reyna to Martinez, and a 2-yard plunge by Laster. Touchdown for the Wranglers coming at the end of a 12-play, 61-yard drive that ate up 4:53 of the second quarter. Well, that's when they got the field goal of 31 yards from Austin Stout. Then just moments ago, they went 6 plays and 45 yards to score on the 14-yard pass to Duncan. Here's the 4th down punt. The snap back dribbles, bounces back to Lyra, but he's able to pick it up, and picking up on a bounce and running it to the near sideline is Piper. Piper will drive it into Waco territory and maybe give the Wranglers a shot at scoring one more time. They have 35 seconds left. See Piper coming to the near side to get by one man. Finally, though, cut off at the pass by Tyron Minute. But they're going to be at the Waco 34-yard line. in striking distance of at least a field goal, possibly. Bryson Walker, the running back, in the backfield. Cipriano takes the snap, looking to throw to his left. Goes down the far sideline, has a man. It's there and good for the touchdown. Eric Tennyson comes up with that catch. And it looked like a runaway in the first quarter, but the Wranglers have come back, but it's coming back. Oh, it's
penalties
defensive
decline.
holding.
Touchdown.
Defensive holding does not prevent the touchdown. It's a 34-yard touchdown pass from Cipriano to Tennyson. And it's about to be a three-point contest. Austin Stout waiting to add on the extra point. Took him just 8 seconds to get on the scoreboard, and the extra point attempt is good. So 28 seconds left to go. First half, we have a new score. It's Waco High 19 and West Mesquite 16. Well, the first quarter belonged to the Lions. The second quarter has belonged to the Wranglers. And it looks like a contest going into halftime. At the end of the first 12 minutes, it looked like a possible running away for the Lions. The Wranglers have cinched up the saddle and rode their way to 16 points here in the second quarter. And we're still not through. Once again, Waco band will be here at halftime. Waco special teams coaches on the sideline, trying to make sure that they get some better field position out of this kick. As the times that Austin Stout has gone deep with the kick, he's held the Lions deep in their own territory. Once at the 6-yard line, then at the 24. Jalen Ryan's deep on the far side. On the near side, it's Jalen Lester. Pop it up to the far side this time, and at the 31-yard line, a fair catch is going to be made by Xavier Williams. It's a name we haven't heard much tonight, which we expected to hear a lot of, Xavier Williams. Maybe he'll be involved more in the offense in the second half. Waco has it at the 31. And have seen their 19-point lead dwindle down to 3. Nate Reyna will have Raymond O'Neal and Jalen Lester in the backfield with him. The tight end to the left of the formation. Handed off to O'Neal. O'Neal gets around the corner. Is knocked down when he gets to the 37-yard line. Went out of bounds, so the clock is stopped. Looks like they mark it at the 39, but there is a flag on the play. I didn't see the flag until that replay just now. Flag's all the way back at the 29-yard line, so Waco High looks like they're backing up.
Offense, number 50. 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
It'll be 1st and 20 at the Waco 21. Penalty starting to be a bugaboo for the Lions here in the first half. Xavier Williams is wide to the near side. Man-to-man coverage there. Coming around around the left side, though, is Laster, and Laster will only get it up to the 22-yard line for a pickup of 1. Now we got 2 flags at the end of the play, as apparently we had a little extracurricular activity at the end. Hopefully that's offsetting. Waco High coaching staff out there to separate the players, admonishing them to keep it to football. Kwame Cavill between the hash marks talking to the officials. Going to find out what's going here. Frank Sandoval, a very interested onlooker from beyond the hash marks at the 35-yard line. Now Kwame returns to the sideline. Because of scoring and penalties and timeouts here in the second quarter, this quarter has seemed like an eternity. Waiting for our officials to figure it all out. See if it's just against one team or if we've got offsetting. Again, our officiating crew out of the Waco chapter. Tom Downey, our referee tonight. Kwame Cavill calmly now waiting outside the hash marks for the decision. Here's Tom Downey.
After the play, we have personal foul on the offense, and a personal foul on the defense. Those penalties will offset the penalty, and we'll play second down.
Okay, so offsetting penalties. They're both dead ball fouls, so the play counts. So Laster gets from the 21 to see where they're going to mark the football. They're going to mark it at the 24. So a gain of 3 on the play. It's going to bring on a second down and 17 at the Waco 24 with 10 seconds to go. Tom Downey is explaining it to Kwame Cavill as to why it's offsetting. Kwame pleading his case that his players may have been reacting to something that happened before. And really, the officials do not have to give an explanation, but they do anyway here. Second down and 17 at the 24. Martinez at the top of the screen wide. Xavier Williams wide at the bottom of the screen. Tight end to the near side of the formation. Handoff, though, goes to Laster. He loses the football, and it is recovered by West Mesquite. Coming up with the football for the Wranglers is number 32, Kevin Acosta. You see he gets hit with the helmet on the football, and Acosta is right there on top of it. And the Wranglers miraculously maybe have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Do we have a flag? No, that's not a flag on the play. They wind the clock. They say that's the end of it. So apparently they say that was not a fumble. Laster was tackled at the 29-yard line. We'll give him a 5-yard pickup, but that is going to be the end of our first half of play. And as they walk off the field, Frank Sandoval talking to Tom Downey, wanting to know why his team doesn't have the football in Waco territory with 3 seconds left in the contest. We are at half, and our score is Waco High 19 and West Mesquite 16. Stay tuned. Our halftime activities coming up in a moment right here on Waco ISD TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's halftime performance. Waco High School proudly presents the 2020 Lion Pride Marching Band and Scarlet Line Drill Team. The Scarlet Line Drill Team is under the direction of Wanda Johnson and Rosa Bronner. Scarlet Line officers are Captain Kiara Lord, Co-Captain Brandon Aguilar, Lieutenants Jaden Graham and Skyra McLaughlin Simmons. The Scarlet Line Dancer of the Week is Ladario Roberts. The Scarlet Line team will be performing a rousing palm routine to the Demi Lovato smash hit Confident. And now, Waco High School proudly presents the 2020 Lion Pride Marching Band. The 2020 Waco High Band is under the direction of Scott Stuhler, Tyler Sage, and Michelle Nelson. Percussion is instructed by Austin Lemons and Adrian Rodriguez. The color guard is instructed by Ron Espinosa. Visual instructors are Abby Roque, Matt Block, and Victor Boswell. Student drum majors are Michael Aguilar, Isabella Riggs, and Soleil Valenzuela. A very special thanks goes out to all of our band members for an outstanding job during our 2020 virtual summer band camp. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the band would like to take a moment of silence to honor the passing of one of our Lion Pride family members who passed away this week, Mr. James Reed. The band dedicates tonight's performance to the Reed family and would ask that you keep them in your thoughts and prayers. And now for a moment of silence. Thank you. Tonight, the Lion Pride Band will be performing Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum. Drum majors, Michael Aguilar, Isabella Riggs, and Sole Venezuela. Is your band ready? Lion Pride Band, take the field in performance.
Welcome back to Waco ISD Stadium for the second half of this contest between Waco High and West Mesquite. I'm Lark Smith providing the play-by-play story for you. First half was a tale of two quarters. First quarter with the Waco High Lions scoring like a house on fire with their first three possessions of the game to get a 19-0 lead. The West Mesquite Wranglers were kind of like they were smoking a brisket. They just took their sweet time in the second quarter to put 16 points on the board and make a game of it at halftime, a three-point contest at 19-6. West Mesquite has 10 first downs to 6 for Waco High in the first half. Waco High ran 26 total offensive plays for 169 yards. The Wranglers 31 offensive plays for 201 yards. Waco High 19 rushing plays for 69 yards. The Wranglers 18 rushing plays for 58 yards. A lot of the yardage in the air for both teams. Waco High 5 of 7 passing for 100 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. West Mesquite 9 of 13 passing for 143 yards, 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. West Mesquite did fumble the ball and lose it twice, so they have 2 turnovers, none for Waco High. Waco High penalized 5 times for 33 yards. West Mesquite, I have them penalized just 3 times for 25 yards. And West Mesquite owned the scoreboard clock 13 minutes, 36 seconds of the first half. Waco High had it for 10 minutes and 49 seconds of the second half. And we are underway in the second half. Taking the ball at the 15-yard line. And going the other way with it is Xavier Walker. And Walker has it into Waco High territory before he's finally clotheslined by Abraham Lira, the kicker, who was the last man to beat. So West Mesquite, a good start here, looking to maybe take the lead early in the third quarter as they will start on the Waco side of the field. I'll mark the ball at the 46-yard line. Quarterback Jay Cipriano was 9 of 13 passing for 143 yards and 2 touchdowns. As a matter of fact, his last 2 touchdowns were good for a touchdown. Handoff goes to Bryson Walker, and Walker is hit immediately. Matter of fact, he's going to lose a couple of yards back to the 48. So Walker now has 10 carries for 47 yards. He is the leading round gainer in the game for both teams. Marion De Leon, make that De Leon, had 45 carries for 40 yards for Waco High. Pass is incomplete. Intended in the flat for Javion Jackson, who had 3 catches for 52 yards in the first half. Brings up a 3rd down and 12 as the Waco High defense tries to dig in here. Cipriano looking to pass to his left, throws down the far sideline. It's going to be picked up, knocked away. A flag on the play, and the play was whistled dead. That's the reason why Jalen Rhines did not take the football in.
False start.
False start will
Offense.
move it back 5 yards.
5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd and 17 and puts it back on the other side of the 50. Puts it at the 47 of Mesquite. 4th penalty of the night against the Wranglers for 30 yards. Waco High's fans on the near sideline trying to rally the defense here to get a stop. Again, they'll throw down the near sideline, and it's overthrown, intended on the far side for Eric Tennyson, who had a touchdown catch earlier in the game. Waco High defense up to the challenge here. So he will give the offense the football, maybe in decent field position. Austin Stout back to punt. Lions send 2 back to receive it. Zalion Walker, the deepest of the 2, and Matter of fact, they're going to go with the fake punt. Waco High has the football, and going the other way with it is Jalen Rhines. Well, I'm looking in the backfield to see who's running the turn. We get a great play for Waco High. 11 minutes left to go, as the Wranglers had it for just a minute. It looks like we got a discussion by the officials here. And that looks like they're going to mark the ball at the 36-yard line in West Mesquite's end of the field. There you see a zebra meeting, and we're about to find out maybe from Tom Downey what we're going to do here. Now talking to his umpire. I think we're going to end up a do-over.
Substitution infraction. The defense had 12 men on the field when the ball was snapped. 5 yards from the previous spot. Remains 4th down.
Wow. So that'll take it back to the Waco 48-yard line. And that could be a costly penalty against Waco High. 6th time they've been penalized for 38 yards. I'll give the Wranglers another opportunity here. Officials making sure they have the right football out there. Stout back to punt, gets it away. Waco High going to stay away from it, let it bounce, and it bounces out of bounds on the far side, out at the 27-yard line. So 1 minute and 9 seconds is what they held on to the ball, as Waco gets it with 10 minutes and 51 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And they're at their own 27-yard line. Nate Reyna's gone the distance at quarterback. He'll have O'Marion DeLeon. In the backfield, DeLeo is hit immediately, and it could be dropped for a 2-yard loss. Blitzing linebacker coming through there to make the stop on him. Broderick Benton. It's just the 6th carry of the night for DeLeo for 38 yards total. 2nd and 12. Reyna to pass. Has Xavier Williams and has the 1st down. We expected to see more of that in the 1st half. Williams finally into the offense with that catch. Gets it out to the 41-yard line. Pickup of 16 in the 1st down. Hand off to DeLeo. He stays on his feet. A good center of gravity. Gets him up to the 50-yard line. Pickup of 9 on the play. We'll bring up a 2nd and 1. Look for a possible deep route here. Again, you got Xavier Williams at the bottom of your screen, one-on-one. They go in the flat to Raymond O'Neal. He's able to split defenders, but is tripped up as he gets to the 41-yard line. A gain of 9 on the play, and it's another 1st down. O'Neill's 4th catch of the night for 59 yards. Got a stoppage of play with an injury on the far sideline. Clavarian Walker, a senior defensive back, being attended to by the training staff. Again, it looks like the possibility of just leg cramps. Going to send him to the sideline. Mesquite has had some troubles with that tonight. Does kind of slow down the Waco High offense. They do like to run up tempo. They ran that up tempo in the first quarter and ran up 19 quick points. With little help from their defense that caused a fumble, and also the help of their special teams recovering a fumbled kickoff. Nate Reyna. There you see a good look at Nate. Senior quarterback. Has DeLeo in the backfield, fakes the handoff, throws in the flat, and it's overthrown. Believe somebody ran an improper route, at least for what Reyna was expecting, because that one was well over the head of his intended target. Don't know if that was going to Guerrero or Williams. Brings up a 2nd down and 10 at the 41. 7 of 10 passing now for Reyna for 125 yards. Loses the football and able to get back on top of it. As he was about to rear back to throw, you'll see it on the replay here. Yeah, he just lost it out of his fingertips. But that's going to be a fumble as his arm was not going forward. Gonna lose back to the 44, -3. Credits Reyna with his 4th carry of the night for -6 yards. It's 3rd down and 13. Reyna with time, under pressure, does get rid of it in the flat to Raymond O'Neill, and O'Neill unable to get away. It's just a minimal gain up to the 42-yard line. It'll be 4th and 11. And that'll bring out the punting unit. Wranglers not buying the punt. They send nobody deep. Low snap. Lira able to save it and launches it. It'll check up at about the 15, and boy, that was also almost a big mistake by Isaac Sandoval. Picked that ball up. He just lets it lay there. Waco High will turn the ball over with 6 minutes and 54 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, and we're still at our halftime score of 19-16. Fake the handoff, throwing the flat is incomplete. That is not a lateral, that was a forward pass. Kind of under pressure, underthrows his target, JT Turner. So from the 17-yard line, it is 2nd down and 10. Cipriano looking to pass again, under pressure, gets away from that, throws, and has it complete at the 25-yard line. Outstanding catch there by Eric Tennyson. Out to the 21-yard line. I make that the 26-yard line. That's a gain of 9 on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 1. Clock rolling with 6:12 left to go, 3rd quarter. Handoff goes to the running back, and he is stopped immediately. As a matter of fact, the football is loose, and Carpew has it. Roderick Malcolm loses the football. And Jamarcus Carpew comes up with it, and the Waco Lions have their 3rd turnover of the night. So Waco gets the ball back with exactly 6 minutes left to go. We're halfway through the 3rd quarter. Waco High with a good chance here. Take the lead with the ball on the Mesquite 23-yard line. Reyna's going to be dropped for a loss. Quickly getting back to him is Broderick Benton. Reyna didn't have time to set and throw. A little bit of a high snap is what destroyed the timing on that play. Ball is marked all the way back at the 30 on the 5-yard loss. 2nd and 15. And now we have flag thrown before the snap.
False start. Offense.
False start penalty will move it 5 yards further back. 7th penalty marked off against the Lions for 43 yards, and it's back to the 35. Brings up a 2nd down and 20. An offensive line who gave Reyna lots of time to throw the football in the 1st quarter needs to find that magic here. And it off to Laster. Laster moves it back inside, twirls his way down to the 31. Pick up a 4 for Jalen Laster. His 12th carry of the night for 48 yards. Brings up a 3rd down and 16. See what Kwame Cavill and his offensive coordinator Robert Glenn come up with here. Reyna gets backside pressure, can't get away from it. Outstanding job by Trey Mitchell to defeat his blocker and get to the quarterback. You see him come from the left side of your screen, the blind side. Take down Reyna, the 2nd sack in this series. Takes it back to the 38-yard line, a loss of 7 on the play. It's 4th down and 23. Lions looking to punt again for the 2nd time here in the 3rd quarter. It's scoreless so far. We're still at our halftime score, 19-16. Lyra gets this one away, a line drive that's taken inside the 10-yard line. A couple of good side steps. Finally brought down from behind is TJ Turner. Turner almost made a mistake in even catching that ball. You're told as the punt returner, don't even touch the ball if it's past the 10-yard line, but he starts from the 8, wiggles his way forward, and gets it up to the 18. 3:20. As the Lions held on it for 2 minutes and 40 seconds on that particular possession. Got no first downs. From the 18, pass is completed to Turner, and Turner is hit as quick as he caught the pass. Leon Walker there on defense. Moves the ball out to the 20-yard line, just a 2-yard pickup. 2nd and 8. Low snap, picked up though. Malcolm with the carry. Takes a one Waco Lion with him up near the 25-yard line. It stopped at the 24 after a 4-yard gain. A manageable 3rd and 4 here. Roderick Malcolm just his 4th carry of the night, and that gets him in the plus column as he had a couple of losses on the 2 previous carries. So 4 carries for just 1 yard for Roderick Malcolm. Looking to pass for the first down. It's complete, staying on his feet, and coming down the near sideline is Jalen Jackson. It's a foot race, and finally able to catch him from behind for the Lions is Minute, but not before they're into Waco territory on a big play. All the way down to the Waco 36-yard line. That's a 40-yard pickup on the play. Again, looking to pass, this time going for the touchdown. A little too long intended for Turner, but a flag is thrown, and apparently a Waco High player grabbed him to keep him from getting into the end zone. Don't see any holding there, but they may have called it on Jamez Thompson. We'll find out.
Pass interference. Defense. 15 yards from the previous spot. First down.
15-yard penalty against the Lions. They now have 58 yards in penalties and 8 that have been stepped off. Lose the ball down to the 21-yard line. Waco's into the field. Mesquite is threatening to take the lead here. Again, Cipriano's pass is, well, he's flushed to throw the ball. He intended for receiver on the near side, T.J. Turner. But you see that Carpew was chasing down on him. The ball hit the backside of LaShawn Hall. But Demontravian Carpew was right in the face of the quarterback, forcing him to throw the ball a little quicker than he wanted to. Again, passing over the middle. This one is knocked away. Darian Nichols there to make sure that's not a completion. You see Nichols will step right in there and make sure that it doesn't happen. That was the 20th pass of the night for Jay Cipriano. He's completed 12 of them for 149 yards. Play clock down to 10 as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Cipriano again to pass, looking to his left, throws, and it is incomplete, and we do have a flag thrown. Apparently, Jalen Rines came over the top of the intended receiver a little early. Hard to tell from that angle, but another interference penalty will bring it even closer. Another first down. As you see a better look here, Yeah, he was there a little early, to say the least.
Interference. Defense, number 16. Penalty is a spot foul. First down.
They call it a spot foul, which will mark it just inside the 10, so it'll be first and goal from the 10. They call that an 11-yard penalty. So the Wranglers looking to take the lead for the first time with 1:10 left in the third quarter. They trailed 19-0 very early in the first quarter, but have scored the next 16 and threaten to add a little bit more here. Handoff on the draw to Malcolm, and Malcolm up the middle gets tripped up at the 5-yard line. He falls forward to the 4 after a pickup of 6. Kind of feels like he got cheated from the end zone. Just got his feet tangled up on the way. Malcolm, one of 3 different running backs, been utilized by the Wranglers tonight. Now you have Bryson Walker back in there. They hand it off to Walker, and Walker is able to make his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Wranglers methodically move it down the field to take the lead here late in the third quarter. As Walker, on his 11th carry of the night, has 51 yards and his first touchdown of the year. Extra point attempt on its way, and it is good. So with 32 seconds left to go in our third quarter, our new score is West Mesquite 23 and Waco High 19.
Defense.
Waco High was
Decline.
offside on
good.
the point after attempt. Took them 7 plays to move at 82 yards in 2 minutes and 48 seconds. They got help with a couple of interference penalties along the way. And the Wranglers have just not panicked along the way after getting down 19-0. Waco High now playing from behind for the first time. Has 12 minutes and 32 seconds to rectify that before this game comes to a conclusion. Just a few special team mistakes at the end of the second quarter by the Lions helped West Mesquite get back in it before half. Austin Stout lines up to kick the ball away. He'll pop it up toward the far side, and a fair catch made by Xavier Walker. Waco will have the ball at their own 27-yard line to start this drive here in the third quarter. Just their third time to possess the ball in the period. Reyna, maybe some confusion in the backfield, will have to run with it, and he's brought down after a 1-yard gain to the 28-yard line. See, apparently someone went the wrong way. I think he was expecting DeLeo to go to the left. He went to the right. And Reyna is able to at least salvage a yard out of it. 7th time Reyna's been forced to carry the ball, and he's got minus 17 yards to show for it thanks to several sacks. And that's going to be the end of our third quarter of play. We got 12 minutes left here at Waco ISD Stadium, and our new score is West Mesquite 23 and Waco 19. Headed into the final period, West Mesquite has run 43 offensive plays for 264 yards, while Waco High has run 37 offensive plays for 193 yards. The Lions 8 of 10 passing for 127 yards and 1 touchdown. Wranglers 12 of 20 passing for 194 yards and 2 touchdowns. Passing game has pretty much been the offense for both squads. Though Waco has rushed the ball 26 times, it just has 66 yards to show for it. The Wranglers have rushed the ball 23 times for just 70 yards. It's part of the Waco High coaching staff trying to figure out exactly how they want to get this accomplished. Meanwhile, head coach Kwame Cavill talking to Jalen Ryans there on the high sideline to help him out on the defensive side. But here we go with the fourth quarter. Waco High facing a 2nd and 9 at their 26. Reyna drops straight back, will throw deep across the middle, and it's intercepted. A flag is thrown on the play, but picking up the ball over the top is Isaac Sandoval. You just see Reyna run, just throw it as far as he can, trying to get it to Martinez. Now let's see the meaning of the flag and whether the play will stand. Here's Tom Downey.
Pass interference, defense, number 15. Penalties 15 yards from the previous spot. First down.
So Waco High gets the benefit of that penalty. Just the 5th time that the Wranglers have been penalized, their 2nd major penalty. They've been penalized for 45 yards now. But it gives Waco new life. Ball moved out to the Waco 43-yard line. They pick up the first down on the penalty. Kwame Cavill wanting to be sure that the ball is placed in the right spot. Well, Kwame, you can't believe that it's a spot foul. Might have been in your pro days, but not in high school. A couple of running backs in the backfield with quarterback Reyna. They move Raymond O'Neal in. Now they'll send DeLeo in motion. Down the middle of the field, the pass is too far, trying to get it to O'Neal. That one's on the money. O'Neal can take it to the house.
Personal foul, rubbing the passer. Number 22 of the defense. 15 yards from the previous spot. First down.
Did not see that. Another 15 yards penalty. They moved more by penalty than they have by play. 30 yards by penalty, 1 yard by play so far. And now it's first down and 10, and it's in Mesquite territory at their 42. Looking for a change of play from the offensive coordinator, Robert Glenn. Bad snap, a good job by Reyna to get on it.
False start, offense, 5 yards.
Well, all of a sudden
Still
it's become
first down.
flag day here in the fourth quarter. Waco High gets penalized for the 10th time for 74 yards. So they bring up a 1st and 15. Back of the 37. Jalen Laster in the backfield with Nate Reyna. Reyna gets a good snap this time, throws, and it is complete on the near sideline. Catch made there by Martinez. Moves it to the 37-yard line. That's a 10-yard pickup. Second down and 5. Quickly they hand the ball off to Laster. Laster escapes a couple of tackles and churns his way down inside the 25 to the 22. 15-yard pickup for Laster and a first down for the Lions. Once again, the Lions lose yards on the play. From the 29, loss of 7. Second down and 17. Reyna steps up in the pocket. Now we'll run with it. Slides down at the 20-yard line. Pickup of 9 on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 8, though. No huddle offense. Call the plays from the sideline. Both Laster and DeLeo in the backfield now. Handoff goes to DeLeo. He's caught before he can get his momentum going, and another fine play by Broderick Benton, a senior from the defense for West Mesquite, who we've called his name several times tonight. So it brings up 4th down and 8. DeLeo was held to no yards. But it's 4th and 8. And Robert Glenn trying to dial up the right combination here to either get the first down or get the touchdown. And now we get a whistle, and a timeout was called by West Mesquite just before the snap.
West Mesquite, first charge timeout of the half.
They use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left. 9:19 left to go in the contest. The Waco Lions scored the first 19 points, did all that in the first quarter. The Mesquite Wranglers able to get 16 points in the second quarter, and then the only touchdown here in the half to capture the lead at 23-19. Lions trying their best to be the last team to score in this one. They started this drive at their own 27-yard line with 32 seconds left in the third quarter. They've already eaten up almost 3 minutes of this quarter on this drive. Kwame Cavill explaining some things to our referee, Tom Downing. Lions facing a big 4th down here. Had a timeout to decide something special. Nate Reyna sends O'Neal in motion. And they try a reverse. Martinez gets a block on the edge. He will have the first down and more, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. The Lions pull a reverse. And Braylon Martinez scores his second touchdown of the night. This one on the ground. This one almost got derailed by a high snap. But a great block on the edge and a good cutback by Braylon Martinez gets him into the end zone from 20 yards out, and the Lions have the lead. They're on to try the extra point. There is a flag in the backfield. The ball is fumbled. Reyna tries to run with it. Can't do anything, but we'll see the meaning of the flag.
We have an illegal formation on the defense. Their defensive player lined up on the center. Tap distance.
Okay.
Try.
First time I've heard that one. So the Lions get another opportunity at the point after attempt. Got plenty of time. Play clocked at 17. And this time they're no good as they go wide to the left once again. So with 9:06 left to go, the Waco Lions have a 2-point lead at 25-23, and that particular conversion fail might loom large with it just being a 2-point difference. The Lions have scored 3 touchdowns on the ground and 1 in the air. Martinez scoring on that 20-yard run. DeLeo scored on a 21-yard run, and Laster scored on a 2-yard plunge. Martinez scored the passing touchdown on a 45-yard pass from Nate Reyna. And you see the high snap, and Reyna able to get it to the end, coming around on the reverse. And Martinez takes it into the end zone to cap off a 73-yard, 7-play drive that took 3 minutes and 26 seconds. They got a little help with a couple of penalties along the way. Especially those interference penalties and the roughing the passer penalty. See if the Wranglers can answer. A pop-up kick comes to the 19-yard line. Taking it to the other side of the field is Clavion Walker. And Walker will be brought down, it looks like, by the face mask at the 34-yard line. They're on Marvion Hewitt with the tackle. You see, gets in there. I guess that's a horse collar. That's what they're going to call that. So the Wranglers will get pretty good field position to start this drive. Tom Danny in discussion with his back judge. Now here's the call.
We have offside on the kicking team. Wait a minute.
We may have offsetting penalties here. We have all sides against Waco High and maybe the horse collar tackle, so we may end up having offsetting. Meanwhile, we have an injured player on the far side for the Wranglers being attended to by the training staff, and that'll give the officials a chance to further discuss exactly what's going on here.
We have 2 fouls. We have offside on the kicking team. We have a personal foul, horse collar on the kicking team. The offside has been declined. The horse collar will be enforced from the end of the run. First down.
Now we got it straight. Both fouls against Waco High. The horse collar foul. Another personal foul. That is the second major penalty against the Lions tonight, but they've been penalized 11 times for 89 yards. They've set the chains at the 49-yard line and the West Mesquite into the field. They're 51 yards away from a touchdown and not very many yards away from a field goal try that would give them the lead. Empty backfield for the first time. They'll throw long and it's complete. And headed for the end zone is JT Turner, but he's tripped up before he can get there. Well, once again, we have flags on the play. Good job of the ankle tackle by Zaleon Walker. Tom
We have an
Daly.
illegal shift on the offense.
It's coming
5-yard
back.
penalty. Repeat first down.
So it'll come back because of the illegal shift. I'm sure that Frank Sandoval wants a explanation of that one. Maybe when they had everybody bunched up, and then they had two wideouts on each side go out to the edges, and quite possibly one of those men in motion did not get set. Well, that 5-yard penalty now gives the Wranglers 50 yards in penalties on 6 that have been walked off. But that takes away a huge gain. Stops the clock with 8:49 left to go in the game. Send 2 receivers to the near side. That's Tennyson and Jackson. Turner is the H-back behind the line of scrimmage. Bryson Walker, the running back, with the quarterback, Jay Cipriano. What are we waiting for? Play clock is not started. So we're waiting for the umpire to say go ahead. He gets out of the way. Turner goes in motion. Low snap, picked up. Walker going around the right side, and he is hammered when he gets to the 46-yard line. We get another flag thrown. This looks in the area of holding. Did not see it on the replay. We'll see what the officials tell us.
Holding. Number 55 of the offense. 10-yard penalty for the end. Remains first down.
I think Tom Downey has about as much mic time as I've had tonight. That is 18 total penalties that have been walked off, several that have been declined. And you sometimes expect that in the first game of the year. Usually a little ragged for each squad. This is the first game of the year in both 5A and 6A in the state of Texas, thanks to COVID-19 restrictions. So it's 1st and 22. Long pass incomplete. 21st pass attempt on the night for Cipriano. He's completed 12 of those. He's missed on his last 3 and 6 of his last 8. They got to get all the way to the Waco High 41-yard line to pick up a first down. They're at their own 37. Facing a second down. Cipriano steps up in the pocket and flings it far down the far sideline. Has his man, and it's incomplete. Looking for the flags, and I see none. Good defensive effort there by Jalen Rhines. Sometimes you don't play the ball. Sometimes you play the player and try to separate the ball from him as the ball gets there. And that appears to be what Rhines did on that one. That'll once again stop the clock with 8:16 to go, and it's a 3rd and 22 facing the Wranglers. Waco High with a 25-23 lead after leading at halftime by 3 at 19-16. Each team has scored a touchdown in the second half. Lions missed their point after attempt. Again, a flag at the snap.
Delay of game.
Delay of game.
Offense number 8.
5 yards further
5
back.
yards. Remains 3rd down. So instead of 3rd and 22, it's 3rd and 27.
move it back to the Wrangler 32-yard line. Plenty of time, steps in the pocket, heaves it long down the field and knocked away. Don't tell me they're throwing a flag. Did I see a flag there? Yes, I did. I'm not certain that this is interference on anybody's part, but we'll see. That just looks like a well-contested pass to me. But if that's interference on Waco High, that's going to bring a first down and move the chains back to the other side of the 50-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
Wow.
Penalty will be 15 yards from the previous spot. It'll be a first down.
12th penalty against Waco High for 104 yards. They're racking up the penalty yardage here. It's 1st and 10. Moves the ball all the way up to the 47-yard line in the West Mesquite end of the field, but again, it resets the chains. Hand it off to Bryson Walker, and Walker will be wrapped up by Carper. And now we see another flag in the area where you normally see holding.
Holding. Offense number 56. 10 yards from the previous spot. Remains first down.
So we went from the opening day of football season to Flag Day here at Waco ISD Stadium. That is 4 penalties in the last 5 attempts
on my whistle
at play. 1st and 15. Back at the 40. I make that the 37 on the 10-yard mark-off. For some reason, I think he'll just try to throw deep. Pump fake. Going to the sideline. Gets rid of it. It's intercepted. Did he come down in bounds? That's the question. Apparently he did. They're going to give the interception to Waco High, and Jalen Ryans comes up with the 3rd turnover of the night for Waco High, and we have an injured Lion on the field as Jamez Thompson is going to be attended to. Jalen Ryans comes up with a big play. First interception thrown by Cipriano tonight. Wranglers had the ball for just 1 minute and 8 seconds of the scoreboard clock, but it seemed like they held on to it for 10 minutes in that particular possession because of all the penalties. The only first down they picked up was by way of penalty. Waco High has the lead and the ball with 7:48 left to go in the contest. Once again, the training staff for Waco High, led by Justin Efford, getting a look at Jamez Thompson and gets him to the sideline on his own power. That's always good to see. Waco with the ball near midfield. Matter of fact, they put it right on the midfield stripe. 50 yards away from getting some distance between them. Now we have a big bunch of shift. Now everybody be sure to get still before the, there we go, 4 receivers to the near side. He's going to go to the lone receiver on the far side. That's Xavier Williams. He's got track speed, and he's gone for the touchdown. I mentioned at half that we hadn't seen a whole lot of Xavier Williams in the first half, and we expected him to be a big part of the offense, and here he is, left man-to-man on the left side. He catches it on the run, and he's able to outrun Claverian Walker to the end zone for the 50-yard touchdown strike. Now, do we have a post?
During the play, unsportsmanlike conduct by number 5 of the offense. The penalty is 15 yards from the spot of the foul.
Oh, no.
It'll be first down.
What did he do? Are you kidding me? They raced the penalty, the touchdown
That
off
is
the board.
number High's first unsportsmanlike.
Wow. Can we get that replay again? I want to see what they called unsportsmanlike. Here we go. See if Xavier Williams did anything that can be construed unsportsmanlike. He put a finger up in the air. Maybe that's it. I don't know what that was about, but anyway, it's going to be 1st and 10. The ball is going to be marked at the 21-yard line. So take the score off the board. Handoff will go to Laster, and Laster will turn it inside down to the 19 and get 2 yards. So apparently that penalty occurred at the 6-yard line. So that was a 44-yard pass that they got to Williams, or at least got credit for 44 yards. And then the 15-yard walk-off. Throw in the flat, that is complete. O'Neal tight roping the sideline, marked out at the 9. 10-yard pickup on the pass to O'Neal. First and goal. O'Neal having to give a little ground to find some running room, able to do so, and then finally hauled down at the 7. Did a lot of running to just pick up 2 yards there. Just his second carry of the night. He lost 3 yards in the first one, so he's at -1 yards as a running back. Hard to call him a running back, maybe a rusher that's a H-back that comes around on reverses and sweeps. Going to pass for it into the near corner. Jump. And a catch made by Martinez, his second touchdown of the night. And the Lions get some breathing room. Nice leaping catch by Braylon Martinez, his 4th catch of the night. And his second touchdown grab. The Lions scored early, and now they've scored late. Trying to take a 32-23 lead if they can get this extra point to go through the uprights. They've had some troubles with that tonight. They're able to stick that one through. So they're up by 9 with 6 minutes and 7 seconds left to go in the contest. Once again, you see the leaping grab by Braylon Martinez in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown. Five plays to go 50 yards. It took 1 minute and 41 seconds on the drive. Been a seesaw battle. Lions rushed out to a 19-0 lead. The Wranglers able to cut it to 19-16 by halftime, and then scored the second half to forge a 23 19 lead, but now the Lions have put the last two scores on the board. They're back on top 32-23. Pop-up kick, fair catch called for at the 27-yard line. Heads up play there by Jesus Nina. See if the Waco defense can come up with another takeaway here. They've had a fumble recovery and an interception. Waco also got a turnover on a fumbled kickoff. They have been the beneficiary of the turnovers tonight. Usually that's what you want to do, is win the turnover battle. Wranglers will go with that empty backfield again. We saw this moments ago, and they were called for an illegal shift. Maybe they'll get everybody still this time before the snap. They do. Steps up in the pocket, throws to the sideline, and overthrows his target. Coming right down your camera barrel. Trying to get that to Cornelius Piper. Must admit that the Wranglers have thrown a few more passes tonight than I expected. That's their 24th attempt. They're still just 12 of 24. Low snap, picked up, thrown in the flat, complete to Turner, and then Turner is swarmed by Lions at the 35-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the play. Brings up a third down and 2. Again, a low snap, but he's able to handle it. Trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but Carperu is there. The ball squirts out, but apparently the play is dead. Cipriano is lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage and brings about a 4th down. .503 and counting left in the game. Down 2 scores. They've got to go for it even if they're in their own territory. Cipriano will go straight ahead. And digging forward, he's able to get the first down. Despite the best efforts by Waco High's Tyron Minute. So got a little bit of help from Ivan Chappelle there. Cipriano able to get the first down. So mark it out at the 37-yard line with a pickup of 2 yards. I believe the Lions will let Cipriano carry the ball all they want tonight. Now we have another discussion with the officials. They're going to bring the chains across? Well, we'll see. We haven't seen a measurement for a first down in I don't know how long. It is good for the first down. Refereeing crew should have just asked me. I'd already given them the first down. But I have the catbird seat here where I can see things a little better than they can from down there as far as looking at the first down markers. Malcolm, the running back, in the backfield now with Cipriano, the quarterback. They have 3 wideouts to his right side. Snap bounces back to him. He picks it up on a hop and then throws it to Kwame Cavell on the sideline. And the Waco coaching staff wants intentional grounding on that because there was nobody in the area and he was in the tackle box. Defensive coordinator for the Lions, Al Maxwell, is Going crazy on the sideline trying to get the call for. And now you see Weedy Harris over there talking to Tom Downey about the possibility. And they just call it an incomplete pass, and that will, of course, light up Al Maxwell. But it brings up second down and 10. Another low snap, but handled well. And another throw to the sideline. Will they call it this time? No receiver anywhere in the area. Now they do throw the flag. Not sure who threw it. Weedy Harris coming from the sideline to tell Tom Downey about it. Maybe this time we will get intentional grounding. See the low snap.
Intentional grounding.
Yep.
Number 8 in the offense.
Just nobody in the
penalty
area.
is a loss of down at the spot. Be third down.
Be third down. They'll say he tried that from the 31-yard line, so it's a loss of 6 yards on the play, so basically a 6-yard penalty. But it is loss of down. Brings up 3rd and 16. Cipriano 12 of 25 passing for 94 yards. I think he had 12 receptions by the first half. I don't think he's completed anything in the second half till now. And finally gets that one off to Tennyson. Tennyson will get it back inside the sticks at the 41. 10-yard pickup. 4th and 7. Again, they have to go for it here on 4th down.
Timeout. West Mesquite.
West Mesquite
Second
calls
charge
his second
timeout of the half.
timeout. They've got one left. They're running out of time. Behind by 9 at 32-23 with 3 minutes and 55 seconds left to go in the game. This drive for West Mesquite started at the 27-yard line in their own territory. They picked up 1 first down. And it started with 6:07 left. They've already
Please reset the clock to 3:59.
2 minutes and, well, they said it at 3:59, so they've used 2 minutes and 8 seconds. But with 26 pass attempts tonight and only 13 of those complete, had a lot of stoppage of the clock due to incomplete passes. Cipriano hit 6 of his first 8 passes, but has only completed 1 of his last, to teammates. He also had an interception. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 of his last 9. On 4th down, rolling. Carpew chases him. He's bratted as he gets loose of the football, and it's incomplete down the field, and just an outstanding hit as he let loose of the football. I don't believe that can be called roughing, but there is a flag thrown, so we'll see.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
Ouch.
On the defense, 15 yards from the previous spot, first down.
And that's a first down on penalty, and a costly one. Last 4 penalties against Waco High have been a major penalty. They've now been penalized 14 times for 134 yards. The defensive player had his momentum. I don't know that he could have stopped from hitting the quarterback, but apparently he got up in his helmet. Once again, Kwame Cavell is asking Tom Downey to come over for an explanation, but they'll walk the ball down to the 44-yard line, and Waco's into the field. 13 infractions walked off against the Lions, 10 infractions walked off against the Wranglers, 23 penalties, at least, let's see, probably 28 incompletions. That's why we still have 3:52 left on the clock. A new set of downs for the Wranglers. Another low snap. Cipriano handles it, throws complete in the flat to Tennyson. Tennyson thinks he's in the NFL, can get up with run with it, but he can't. But he does pick up the first down as he moves it down to the 34-yard line, a pickup of 10 on the play. Again, Cipriano to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. He throws and it's intercepted. Coming up with the INT is Marvian Hewitt. Waco picks off Cipriano for the second time in the half. And that may seal the deal for Waco High as they have 3:35 left to run off the clock. See how the Lions approach this. With the ball on the 15-yard line. They'll run it. Good, determined run there by Laster. And a bulldog down to the turf there. But he'll move the chains for a first down. Good determined run by Jalen Laster, his 14th carry of the night. Takes it all the way out to the 27-yard line for a pickup of 12. Lions going to let play clock roll down before they get the play in, as the game clock was also rolling. Under 3 minutes to go now. Again, they hand the ball off. It's Laster again. He gets undermined as he gets up to the 34-yard line. Watch this tackle as he gets upended. Mark it at the 33. Picked up 6, second down and 4. 15 carries, 79 yards for Laster. We don't have any runners in the game tonight with 100 yards for either squad. Most of it's been through the air, especially for West Mesquite. Rada will hand it off to the sophomore running back, Loa. And Omarion DeLeo able to maybe get it back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, he picks up a yard to the 34. Brings up a third down and 3. 8th carry for 39 yards for DeLeo. Change on the defensive line for the Wranglers. Checking in is Donovan Hawthorne, a junior, at the nose position. Laster looking for a cutback lane will carry Wranglers across the 35 to the 36. Don't know that that's going to be enough for the first down. Kind of depends on where they mark the ball. Kwame Cavill wanting the first down. Ball is just across the 36, but they got to get to the 37. So it's going to be 4th down.
It's going to be 4th down.
And short. At the Waco 36. Kwame, I believe, is going to call a timeout and make a decision.
West Mesquite, their 3rd and final timeout.
West Mesquite called their last timeout. There is a minute 20 left to go, just 80 seconds left in the game. Waco High up by 2 scores at 32-23. They scored the first 3 touchdowns and the last 2. West Mesquite did all the scoring in between. 3 touchdowns and a field goal. So West Mesquite out of timeouts. Waco High still has its full 3 timeouts necessary, but if they pick up this 4th down, they will not have to get another first down. So this is a crucial first down. Are the Lions riverboat gamblers? Apparently so. They'll go under center. And Reyna will get the first down and more. Going in behind the block of Octavian Sims. Reyna carries for the first down, and that should seal the deal for Waco High. Moves it all the way out to the 39-yard line. That's just a 3-yard pickup for Reyna. Still won't get him in the plus column for the night, as he's carried 9 times for -5 yards. And we have a Waco Lion injured on the play, and down is the center, Trent Freeman. The Lions are a little thin at that position, as Freeman taking over for Joseph Kearley, who was not available for tonight at the center position. But with 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line and just 63 seconds to roll off the clock, and the opponents have no timeouts on the clock, all Waco High has to do is take the knee twice, and they will come away with a season-opening win. It's been hard fought. Started out again like a house on fire, scoring the first 3 times they had the football, had trouble with the extra point attempts. Took a 19-0 lead after the first quarter. West Mesquite chipped away at that in the second quarter and made it a close game at halftime, down 3 at 19-16. Then the Wranglers wrangled the lead away from the Lions, scoring on their opening possession of the third quarter to take a 23-19 advantage, but then they've been stuck on that 23 ever since, thanks to a couple of interceptions. I believe 5 turnovers tonight against the Wranglers. That's going to be their downfall. Looking on the sideline to see if there's anyone practicing giving snaps to the quarterback. But really, all the Lions have to do here is go into victory formation, go under center, and Reyna just be sure he secures the football. Will have to do that twice. Well, to take that back, may not have to do that twice as the clock is rolling. Waco High, I don't know, they may even take a penalty here, but we'll see. All the game clock has to do is get below 40, and it will do that. So this one snap is all it's going to take. Reyna takes it, drops back a couple of yards to the 36-yard line, goes to a knee, and Waco High will come away with the win. Waco Lions start the season 1-0 with a non-district win over the Wranglers from West Mesquite by a score of 32-23. We hope you've enjoyed it. I'd like to thank the folks who brought you the pictures tonight. That includes our field camera operators, the Maldonado guys, Little Jesse and Big Jesse, our upstairs cameraman Tyrell McSpadden, our instant replay girl Leslie Ugaldi, Will Birney's our audio engineer, Justin Sanchez, our director pushing all the buttons, and our executive director Jesse Pateo. We close out with words of wisdom from the coach, Butch Henry, to greet every creature you meet with a smile. Good night.